a good bounce back win for us today. I thought we started the game with the right tone on the defensive end, and so that was that was by design for us to get back to our normal.
Just when it seemed like the drama around Team USA and Caitlin Clark had finally cooled off, a major NBC development reportedly sent shockwaves through WNBA leadership and the old guard. This time, it's not about a roster spot or a minor on-court issue, it's about who truly controls the future of the sport. Behind closed doors, sources suggest there's panic because what the establishment tried to stop is happening anyway, driven by massive money now flowing into the league. They tried to keep the focus on the team, preach experience over hype, and sideline the rookie star, but this latest move from the broadcast giant proves that you can't stop a tidal wave. The narrative that Clark wasn't ready has been shattered by the people signing the checks, and it's exposing a deeper power shift in women's basketball. This isn't just about basketball anymore, it's about a hostile takeover of the sport's power structure. The tension began long before the NBC news, going back to the Olympic roster decision, where the coaching staff insisted the snub was purely about defense, chemistry, and experience. On paper, it sounded reasonable, but many fans saw it as gatekeeping. Analysts quickly warned that leaving the most popular female athlete at home was a marketing disaster, and NBC was reportedly furious because they expected the Caitlin Clark effect to drive massive viewership. When she was left out, network executives questioned why the league would hurt its own ratings. Although the coaches won gold and believed the victory proved the system worked, the business side of sports was about to hit back hard and expose a much bigger shift in power. While coaches celebrated tactical wins, the networks were focused on the numbers, and the data was clear. Even the Olympics couldn't match the frenzy around a regular Indiana Fever game. With a new multi-billion-dollar media rights deal kicking in, NBC and its partners are reportedly shifting their marketing and coverage to center heavily around Caitlin Clark. Whispers point to dedicated camera angles, documentary-style coverage, and primetime slots scheduled around her games, regardless of standings. This challenges the traditional team-first hierarchy built by veteran coaches, but the networks are making their stance clear. They paid for the superstar, and they're going to show the superstar. Coaches may try to sideline her politically or physically, but they can't stop the cameras from following her. This loss of control is reportedly fueling anger among coaches who feel their authority is being sidelined by corporate interests, chasing clicks and views over on-court strategy. Beneath that is a deeper layer of jealousy, as veterans who spent years grinding overseas and building the league watch a rookie receive superstar treatment from major networks. When NBC doubles down on Clark, it reinforces fears that everyone else is becoming a background character in her story. For Team USA coaches who believe in the collective over the individual, this shift undermines their philosophy and creates tension in locker rooms, where resentment grows on one side and validation on the other, leaving coaches struggling to maintain balance in a game whose rules of attention have changed overnight. The backlash goes beyond hurt feelings and taps into a deeper fear of irrelevance as questions arise about what a gold medal is worth if headlines favor a rookie who stayed home. Money sits at the center of this conflict, and while Caitlin Clark's arrival has injected new revenue and accelerated changes like charter flights, the attention is unevenly distributed. Networks positioning her as the face of the operation mean endorsements and media opportunities concentrate around her, leaving veterans worried they'll be sidelined despite years of achievement. Some within Team USA reportedly see this shift as a betrayal of merit. But television isn't a meritocracy, it's a popularity contest. The real frustration is that the old guard can still win games, but they can't beat the algorithm. This realization is terrifying for people who built their careers believing winning solves everything. With the 2028 Los Angeles Olympics coming and NBC set to broadcast again, it's hard to imagine the network allowing Clark to be left off a home soil roster. The current strategic shift feels like a warning to the Federation to get on board or get left behind.
Coaches who once had the power to snub her are now confronting the reality that their autonomy is shrinking, as media partners are likely to push hard to keep their biggest draw front and center in LA. No coach wants lineup decisions influenced by TV executives, but when billions of dollars are on the line, resistance doesn't carry much weight. The power dynamic has flipped, with leverage shifting away from teams and toward a single star, leaving others feeling like they're merely supporting the broadcast. It's a harsh reality, and it explains why emotions are running high and physical play is escalating. As media focus intensifies around Clark, some veterans feel disrespected, and that frustration risks spilling onto the court through tougher fouls and heightened aggression. The cycle feeds itself. Attention fuels resentment, resentment fuels physicality, and the drama then drives even more coverage and views. Coaches who see themselves as stewards of the game worry the league is drifting towards spectacle over sport, and that tension is becoming impossible to ignore. Coaches may feel powerless because the fans are fully behind Clark, and she now holds unprecedented leverage in the league. With off-season options and alternative ventures, she doesn't need traditional structures to succeed. NBC recognizes this and is investing in Clark as a brand, not just the WNBA. If she explores exhibition games, a new 3-on-3 league, or other opportunities, networks could follow her anywhere, rendering traditional authority powerless. By attempting to sideline her, the establishment pushed her towards independence, confirming she is bigger than the structures that once tried to contain her. For coaches who preached "no one is bigger than the team," that mantra is officially dead in 2024. Fans are loving the shift, flooding comment sections and social media with praise as the networks pivot to Clark, seeing it as karma for coaches who previously snubbed her. After condescending remarks from legends like Diana Taurasi, the move feels like vindication for those who felt the original snub was personal. Public sentiment only heightens frustration within Team USA, where coaches are struggling to reconcile purist ideals with what audiences want, mainly to watch Caitlin Clark dominate. Figures like Cheryl Reeve, balancing roles as both Team USA and Minnesota Lynx coach, face criticism for potential conflicts of interest, as some argue she prioritized protecting her legacy over embracing the future of the game. When Reeve dismissed claims that the snub was personal, fans didn't buy it, and now NBC overruling her philosophy must feel like a personal defeat. This isn't just anger, it's the realization that the old coach-led era is ending, and the player-led entertainment era is beginning. The old guard recalls a time of struggling for airtime and recognition, so seeing a rookie like Clark get a red carpet treatment triggers deep-seated resentment. Yet the reality is clear. The WNBA struggled financially for decades until Clark arrived, and NBC is simply investing in the asset that delivers the highest return. The Team USA coaches are essentially fighting capitalism, a battle they can't win. The unrivaled league, founded by Breanna Stewart and Nafisa Collier, adds pressure as they try to build a profitable off-season alternative, but they need Clark to sign to maximize viewership. This creates a tense dynamic where the very players who snubbed her are now financially dependent on her participation. If she sits out or pursues other ventures, it hurts their bottom line, and NBC's focus confirms she holds all the leverage. The internal frustration likely involves blame across the board: media, fans, and self-reflection on strategic mistakes. Attempts to humble her only elevated her into a business powerhouse. The upcoming season will be a study in psychology, as the league thrives financially because of Clark, while team leadership wrestles with resentment. NBC will likely ignore complaints and focus its cameras where the revenue is, on her. We're witnessing a clash where broadcasts tell one story, Caitlin Clark's rise, while coaches try to tell another on the court, creating television gold. Retention on games and videos is so high because it's not just basketball, it's a high-stakes soap opera. The NBC announcement marks a paradigm shift. The old guard's rules no longer apply. Respect in women's basketball used to be earned by patience and tenure, but Clark skipped the line because the world demanded it. Coaches who tried to enforce old norms lost. The anger, rumors, and internal frustration are just the death throes of the old system. No matter how many strategy meetings they hold or chalkboard plans they draw up, as long as ratings matter, Clark is the star. And that is a reality no amount of coaching strategy can change.